All right, guys. Today we're tackling a topic I think that could transform the way you work, lead, and build relationships in your business. Something that I think I've spoken about a couple times this past year, but I really want to end up 2024 going out with a bang, right? And that topic is really, I want to talk about emotional intelligence, something that I strive to implement and get better at and have a stronger skill set, right? I think this is really a skill that many business owners, leaders overlook, but one that can, I think, be the secret sauce to hopefully lasting success that we all are striving for. Understanding and imagining emotions isn't just a soft skill, it's a critical skill. Whether you're managing a team, you're engaging with clients, or you're making major decisions, emotional intelligence plays important roles in ensuring clarity, focus, and effectiveness, those three major components. So I hope you stick around, and I want to unpack how emotional intelligence can hopefully make you a better leader, better father, better husband, better teamwork, stronger teamwork, and even more improve your client relationships, right? All while keeping your mental well being intact. What's up, everyone? This is Fit for Business with me, Jarod Lehn. Welcome to episode 52. Wow, 52. Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the owner and founder of Socialtopia. We are an SMMA, social media marketing agency, based in Monroe, New York. And we just surpassed our 7th year. Let's go, new year. So let me also say, you're watching this video, you're seeing this clip, it is the beginning of the new year. So happy 2025. Let's make this year our bitch. Let's do it. So I guess in a business context, emotional intelligence, you probably hear people say it's often referred to as EQ, right? It's the ability to understand and manage your emotions while skillfully recognizing and responding to emotions of others, right? Let that sink in. I think it's a vital skill set that shapes and separates how individuals interact, communicate, and lead. Unlike IQ, which measures cognitive abilities, EQ deals with human connections and emotional understandings, right? Qualities that are indispensable in creating strong, successful workplaces. Now, key element of emotional intelligence, after going down the rabbit hole, self awareness, right? This allows people like myself, other individuals, to identify what triggers their emotional responses, right? What triggers me? What triggers you? When you understand your reactions, you're better equipped to, I think, hopefully manage those, which can lead directly to self regulation, right? The ability to control those emotions, especially during high pressure, sensitive situations, right? For instance, staying calm and focused during a challenging client presentation. Or maybe you've encountered this yourself, a heated team discussion, right? It's like a hallmark of an emotionally intelligent professional. Empathy, we hear this word, right, is another pillar of EQ, one that fosters deeper and more meaningful relationships and connections. So, by being able to recognize and relate the emotions of others, you can really respond in a way that builds trust and rapport. I think that's particularly important when handling workplace conflicts or addressing the needs of your customers, consumers, coupled with effective social skills, which ensure clear, authentic communication, empathy, powerful, right? Empathy becomes a powerful tool for your collaboration. With that leads into having strong social skills, which in turn should help you, be professional and help navigate relationships with colleagues, clients, and maybe even better yet, stakeholders if you have those. Creating that somewhat of a mutual respect and understanding. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the research and what I've read suggests that EQ often outweighs your IQ as a predictor of long term success. I think this is because business fundamentally thrives on relationships, whether it's your employees, customers, or your partners. I've seen leaders with high emotional intelligence are better equipped to inspire and motivate their teams, resolve conflicts with finesse, and make decisions that consider both logic and by the human element. So, by honing in on EQ rather than IQ, entrepreneurs, people like myself, small business owners, we can do almost like cultivate stronger relationships again to improve teamwork and contribute to the success of others on our team, right? While EQ is important, emotional intelligence is key from what I believe to thrive in business, right? There's moments I've had or where you've had when it's just as important to keep your emotions in check and in tune. Managing your emotions doesn't mean suppressing. You don't want to suppress those feelings, right? Like excitement or frustration, but it's about ensuring they don't dictate a decision or your decision process or disrupt professional relationships, right? I've seen that before. Shit. It's happened to me in the past where my EQ wasn't there and I've probably burned a bridge or two, unfortunately. And it's a mistake I had to make for myself or even personally. You know, I think that balance is essential for building trust, making these sound choices, and just overall continuing to foster a work environment that's pleasing and happy to be around. One critical benefit of managing emotions is probably improved decision making, right? When you have an emotion like anger or excitement take control, it probably can lead to clouded judgment and probably impulsive choices. How about this? Let me spit an example for you. You know, a high pressure situation, right, might tempt you to act maybe without considering all the facts or alternative viewpoints. Take leaders with strong emotional control. These people can take a step back, evaluate situations rationally, and then make these objective decisions that benefit their teams and their orgs, right? That approach not only builds confidence in that person's leadership, but it also ensures better outcomes in complex business scenarios. So, keeping your emotions in check is vital for earning the trust of your team, whether that's employees, 1099s. Employees respect leaders who demonstrate composure and professionalism, even in challenging situations. But shit, let me flip the script. Leaders who react impulsively or emotionally risk creating probably an unpredictable and tense work environment. So by maintaining a calm demeanor, you really can set the tone for a steady, reliable workplace where team members feel safe, respected, motivated, and are ready to collaborate effectively. You know, so I think, lastly, one crucial key to the emotions and building and maintaining these stronger client relationships, right? Clients. That's how our businesses breathe. Like anyone else, they can test your patience or challenge your approach. But reacting with frustration, I think, could damage the partnership. Instead, high EQ professionals respond with empathy, acknowledge the client's emotions, and offer thoughtful solutions. This ability to handle even the toughest situations with poise not only fosters trust, but also strengthens long term relationships and partnerships, right? So, by balancing this emotional roller coaster, if you would, this EQ with your professionalism, you can ensure that both internal and external reactions hopefully lead to your success and company's growth, right? Managing your emotions isn't just a strategy for success all around, it's also vital for protecting, I think, your own mental well being. Leaders who struggle with emotional regulation often face higher levels of stress, anxiety, and even burnout. I think this happens because unresolved feelings, such as frustration over a goal, resentment towards a team member, I think that can linger long after the incident, draining emotional energy and clouding judgment. I've seen it happen, over my time. And again, this that emotional weight, I think, can take a significant toll, not just on productivity, but mental health, right? On the other hand, emotional intelligence equips entrepreneurs, leaders with tools to manage stress more effectively. I think one key benefit is the ability to identify what's within your control and release what isn't, right? For instance, I'll say this: by having you focus on achievable actions rather than dwelling on setbacks, you probably reduce unnecessary stress and preserve your energy for problem solving, which is ideal for anybody, right? This mindset can allow you to maintain clarity and focus during these high pressure moments. Everybody has them, helping you stay centered. Cultivating resilience is another advantage of emotional intelligence, right? EQ. What I know and what I read, what I see, people I know personally, these leaders that have this strong EQ, they learn to see challenges as an opportunity to grow rather than as a personal failure, right? When facing obstacles, they adopt an optimistic outlook, focusing on solutions instead of a barrier, right? I think this approach acts as a buffer against negative self talk and the defeatist thinking, empowering these business owners to persevere through difficult situations while staying motivated and confident, right? Ultimately, emotional intelligence allows you to show up as your best self professionally and personally, right? By managing emotions, building resilience, and adopting a problem solving mindset, you really create a balanced approach to leadership and life. So, beyond improving relationships, performance at work, right? This emotional balance enhances your mental well being, right? Allowing you to handle stress more gracefully, hopefully, and enjoy just a healthier, more fulfilling life overall, right? So, how do you do that? Developing emotional intelligence may feel like a probably a huge cloud, a daunting task over your dome, but it helped me way back when it begins with like small intentional steps, right? So one of the simplest yet most powerful strategies is to pause and reflect when emotions rise, right? We've all heard this, like for in the sense of business, in the grand scheme of things. Let's say you had it out, sort of speak, with a client. Something went sour, went south. They overreacted. Hopefully, you didn't overreact. Maybe you did. And it was through an email exchange. That, my friends, is when you need to take the pause button, shut down the laptop, like, whoop, shut it down, and walk away. Take that time to just let whatever was going on fade out into the sunset, whether it be an hour, 6 hours, 12 hours, and come back, cool off, instead of going through the email exchange and firing off how you're feeling, because you'll regret it. So this goes hand in hand, right? So whether you're feeling anger, frustration, or excitement, like I was saying, take a moment to breathe, assess the situation, and that can, hopefully prevent those impulsive decisions. Ask yourself, is this emotion helping or clouding my judgment? Hopefully, a tiny pause creates space to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively, helping you, right, to approach these challenges with greater clarity and just overall better professionalism. I like this one. Another effective method is seeking feedback from trusted colleagues or team members, right? Often these people can identify maybe an emotional blind spot you might not be aware of, right? Especially in how you handle stress or conflict. By inviting honest, constructive feedback, we can gain insight into patterns of behavior that might warrant our adjustment, right? More importantly, It shows your willingness to grow and strengthens as your trust with your team as they see you actively working to improve your emotional awareness. Also, this is a big one, practicing empathy. It's equally critical in building emotional intelligence. Make it a point to actively listen during conversation, focusing on the emotion of others and maybe expressing rather than just the facts. Simple acknowledgments like, that sounds challenging. Maybe that, or that sucks. I can understand why you feel this way. I think that can help validate others' emotions and experiences at that time. And not only does that foster deeper relationships, but it also could improve your collaboration and teamwork since people are far more than likely to feel valued and heard when empathy is part of the equation. Okay, so maybe consider taking a more structured approach by journaling your emotional triggers and investing in personal growth if that's a route you want to go. It's an option. You know, sounds silly. Open up your notes pad, keeping a log of moments that evoke strong reactions, both positive and negative, and maybe that can reveal a pattern in your emotion responses, something to consider. That self awareness can enable you to participate and maybe manage these similar situations more effectively for the upcoming future. Try and complement that habit by exploring activities. If this is something you want to do, meditation, workshop, or coaching, that could help you fine tune your regulation and your emotions and get a better understanding as well. Right. So, things to think about going into the new year, guys. These investments in yourself not only boost your emotional intelligence, your EQ, but also enhances your resilience and authenticity in both personal and professional relationships. Boom. If I had a mic, I do, but I'm not going to grab it. To wrap up, emotional intelligence, it's not just a buzzword, it's a business leader's superpower. I see it, I know it. By understanding, managing your own emotions, right, while empathizing with others, you'll improve not only your leadership skills, but also the performance of your team and the trust you build with clients. So, guys, today, if the topic, excuse me, if this topic resonated with you, I encourage you explore it a little further. Start by practicing some of the strategies we discussed today. EQ, emotional intelligence. It's something you can actively develop over time. All right, so here's the thing too. Guys, if you're not already, can you go ahead and do us a solid and tap that subscribe button on YouTube, right? Or if you're watching, if you're listening, go ahead and tap that follow button on Spotify. Thank you for tuning into episode 52 of the Fit for Business podcast. Until next time, keep striving for both success and balance.